Welcome.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. Bringing them out is the 12th-year pro seeking a return to Pro Bowl form, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
There's Wilson to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47.
And they'll bring Judy in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Wilson.
Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the shotgun, Wilson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
First carry for Raheem Mostert.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
They set up the screen. Achane has it. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now a give up the middle to Williams. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. He has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And they'll bring Judy in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And trying to push. He's going to last call. He's going to go ahead and challenge it. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. 2 and now on 1st down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a 1st down now, playing behind the sticks.
Flush. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defense. There he goes, left side. Off to the races, Javonte Williams. And all the way home for a Bronco score. He goes 86 yards there on the touchdown run. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
makes the score.
Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Tua. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Baron Browning. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot.
As he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
It's taken to the 26. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Wilson. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Play action. Now Wilson.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Sanders' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Taken at the goal line.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again. Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Here's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, 65 yards.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it because to me it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air, and what a result. Big time play.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive, 4 plays.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. To a hit, and the ball is out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them the 1. Now the Broncos are going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's 21-3. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To a hit, and the ball is out. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember they can it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Tua going to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the right here forward. Throw out wide is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Fielded just inside the 20. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. It was former Tar Heel Javonte Williams with a solid first half. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Looking to pass. Tua. Throw caught by Achane. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
This is taken around the 12. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bronco score. What a run that was. 88 yards on the punt return. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Hey, rookie. That's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Broncos 28, Dolphins 3. Will Lutz set to kick off.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
From the gun, it's Tua. Got a man, it's Berrios complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The result, a 1st down as the quick slant gets him 14.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this will be taken at the 13. And he's loose again, powering his way forward. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They go play action with Wilson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Up the middle, it's Williams. Oh, fighting off the defender. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. They run it again with Williams. And they'll get him down right about the 20. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams taking it in from the 20. And the Broncos have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Well, they were looking to pick up the 1st down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Game looks like it's going well.
Needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He had a man.
Yeah, hey, David. Yeah, everything is all right.
Big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw complete there to Berrios. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Throw to the right, taken in by Berrios. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Tua. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Lutz will look to add the extra point.
Pensive face, worried face, pleading face, exploding head.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Miami set to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. It'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Under pressure again and down. Now the Broncos are going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the 27. And there he goes again. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A great return there of 22 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Oh, Wilson going to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And just one from the 49 to the 50. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They go play action now. Wilson. And that one to the right side and incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there.
Trying to go for the touchdown.
Hail Mary.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Wilson and the Broncos offense going to stay on the field. They'll go for 2.
Go for 2.
They'll look to run for it with Williams. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
You read my mind.
Partying face, partying face, partying face, partying face, exploding head, exploding head, exploding head, exploding head.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching
What
the
next,
NFL
good senior?
on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Miami, so long, everybody.
Not headed to the airport for this one. One more day here will suit me just fine.
I may go watch a movie.
All right. Not a problem. I'm going to get something to eat myself. I'll be back on a little bit later. But thanks.
In a while.
Okay. That's cool. What movie you going to watch?
All right, enjoy the food. Fableman.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that. Okay, enjoy. All right, thanks for coming through.
It's a movie about Steven Spielberg.
Oh yeah, I did a lot of times they send me the previews of these movies before they come out. Yeah, I did a review on that a while ago. All right, let me know how it was. I'll catch you later. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, I'll text. Take care.
All right, peace.